Alright, I'm all about objectivity, okay? The truth, okay? You take objectivity is the opposite of subjectivity. Objective and subjective, okay? Subjective is when you take your own feelings and emotions into account. Objectivity is just objective. It's just like the grass is green, the sky is blue. It's a blue, you know. And then you're like, oh, well, does your blue look like my blue? Of course, you can get subjective. A better example would be a multiple choice test is an objective test. It's either A, B, C, or D. You know, like you can't be like put A and then the answer C. Well, I put A. You know, you can't. It's A, B, C, or D. I love objectivity because it's the truth, and the truth supposedly will set you free. But any man who knows anything will tell you that you don't know anything if you know everything. I mean, if you're the smartest person in the world, you know nothing. You know 1%, not even 1%. If you read all day long and you were the fastest reader on earth, you'd get through like one block of the library, you know? Like there's only an infinite amount of time to read and etc. Okay, the point I was making about objectivity here was, though once again, there's only an infinite amount of time, so you should choose what you read carefully. I should know that. But before I go too far off, objectivity, a good example that I've learned in this apartment is whether I'm talking or not, I'll just be sitting there and objectively, I'll just like be doing whatever, like reading a book, it'll be quiet or the TV will be on, all sorts of circumstances. But I'll just like get the feeling, I'll be like, I'll just stop what I'm doing and be like, it feels like somebody's looking into this apartment right now. It feels that somebody is looking into this apartment. And I know like people have said that before, but with me it's just like super intense, hyped up feeling where like, you know, I can just tell, you know. Like it's gotten like, there's other aspects of my life where I know that I'm highly sensitive towards like feeling emotion and feeling other people's emotion and letting my emotion feel out, if that's hard to explain. But as far as the objectivity, that's why I'm looking for objectivity here. Not just because I'm like, oh, I gotta prove it's not all in my head. I've already used many objective examples that have proven what I'm hinting at. I'm not going straight into without the ridiculous of like sounding silly or being blown off as this crazy novelty, except I've never read or heard anybody capable of doing this that I apparently am. Okay, I'm not going to go into detail about other things, other objective exercises I've done in regards to what I'm speaking about. You can call it ESP, you can call it whatever. But, so the objectivity here in this apartment, I'm sitting in the apartment, the TV could be on, the TV could be off, whatever. And I'll just get the sense that somebody's looking at this apartment. And then I'll go to this window right here, I'll look out, and then boom, somebody is looking into the apartment. And then, or I'm like, it feels like somebody's looking in the back part of the apartment, you know. And then so I go out there. Alright, granted if you're intelligent, you may have, if you're really intelligent or whatever, you've already come up with I've already come up with myself, and that's, there's subconscious cues that are letting me know, like, I may not consciously think about the sound of the footprints on the ground, maybe the music is blasting, but maybe subconsciously that picks up, you know, it's the reason a lot of people think they experience deja vu, because they're just like, their subconscious memory is just picking up things from way years before that they never consciously thought of. You know, they've walked into many rooms and there's lots of different stuff on the wall, but they don't consciously think of every single painting on the wall. And then 10 years later they walk into another room and then there's a painting on the wall and they look at it like, I've seen that before, deja vu. No, it's not anything metaphysical. It's just the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, which is, or the unconscious mind. No, the subconscious mind, yeah, the unconscious is asleep. So, but oh, I lost that thought that I had before that. But anyways, you could say the whole mind is metaphysical. But anyways, so like the objectivity that I'm talking about, I'm keeping this under 5 minutes, so I got like 20 seconds left to explain it as best I could. But like, so I could be picking up subconscious cues, so I could be just doing something, I'm like, I have a feeling somebody's looking. So maybe there's some sort of cue that I'm not picking up, and that would be like somewhat likely. However, like, I think I'm so in touch with my conscious mind, you know, like, that's kind of like, you know, I don't know. But anyways, so, like, yeah, maybe there's some music I hear or something like that, but I can generally tell, like, somebody's looking up or somebody's looking up. But I know it goes further than that, because something, like, I'll go a little bit further, like, I can also do something in conversation, like, there's subconscious something with my face or something that will tweak. Like, if I, like, just start talking to somebody, then I'll just have, like, a different thought or something, and it will just, like, tweak my face or something, like it'll jerk into a different position, and then they'll notice that immediately, and I can immediately sense that, and sense this and that. And then, like, over a dozen people have told me, like, about the thing with music. If they're listening to music and something, like, really gets to me, I could just be sitting there. I will generally sitting there completely quiet, and people have told me that they're able to feel music through me, whatever. That's what they've said. They didn't know each other. There was over a dozen people. Getting my teeth, a lot of teeth work done in about a couple weeks in March. But yeah, that's what I've had. Like, a few dozen people have said that. Not a few dozen, probably like over a dozen. Though I can think of a dozen people that have said something about that. Just listening to music around me, they can, like, said something. And I can do that too. And, like, I didn't sell so many newspaper subscriptions when I was a teenager because I was a good salesman. I did it because I could, like, feel them, and they could, like, feel my vibe or whatever. And I sold a lot of subscriptions, thousands, but but unfortunately, you know, I'm not proud of it. I'm gonna just admit it, like, out of the thousands that I sold, a few times me and a couple of other guys, I shouldn't even bring them under the bus with me, we took advantage and we didn't give people the subscription, we just kept the cash. There's a few times we needed cash right away. And John was being a jerk or would have lended. That's not an excuse. But it's sad, the people that I remember the most are the ones that I took the money from, you know. And that's really bad, you know. So I haven't been perfect at all, but that's something I'm always going to have to regret and live with, you know. And it's just like Michael said, like, people, like, trusted me a lot. And so those people, they really trusted in me. And then I took the money. That was only like a couple occasions. And then there was thousands others that I honestly gave them the newspaper. But I really remember the people that I ripped off. I haven't ripped off hardly anybody in my life, but I remember those people as a teenager, and it's just like, oh, they got money, they're not going to miss it. It goes way deeper than that. So if you're a young person, don't hurt another person like that, because you'll regret it later.